This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast. I am your host and DM, Johnny, and this is Tales from Trollskull, Volume 2, Episode 3, as the B-Team tries to unlock the mysteries of the Enchanted Forest and figure out what is actually going on, who's in charge, what's happening to the people inside the forest, and where's this fungus coming from. We're so happy you can join us. If you wish to learn more about us, you can find us on our website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com, on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Diecast Podcast, and of course on any app that plays a podcast. Give us a share, give us a follow, let your friends know what's going on, what you're listening to. It will help us out a lot if you tell your friends what you're listening to and share some of the stories that are going on, because they're real good. I'm really happy with how this is all unfolding and playing out. I'm very excited for everyone to get to the conclusion. But before we go any further, I'd also like to thank our sponsor for the series, the Storytelling Collective. As you know, the Storytelling Collective is an online learning community that offers affordable and accessible programs for independent writers. They offer a ton of classes, and you can sign up for a wide variety of gaming systems, comic writing, or even self-marketing. Have a bit of trouble writing? They have courses to help you blast through that writer's block. It is such a great experience. Their Flash Fiction February is almost done, but their spring Write Your First RPG session is coming up very soon, so make sure you sign up for that. You will learn so much. You learn everything you need to know in whichever system you want. It is such a valuable resource and is such a great inclusive community. I highly recommend it. I can't say enough good things about them. Go check them out on their website at storytellingcollective.com, or follow them on social media, on Twitter at storytellingcol, COL at the end. Give them a follow. They have all the information you need to sign up for courses, or check out some of their free courses to see if you're interested in that. It is going to be a great time. Also, again, another reminder, Breakout Con is happening March 17th to March 19th in 2023 in Southern Ontario, in Toronto, my home city. I will be running 3 games. I will be doing Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter 2, and the grand finale. And essentially, it's D&D heroes going out to try and capture or convince monsters to join in this great tournament. And the grand finale will be kind of a gauntlet of the meanest of the mean, the nastiest of the nastiest, the worst types of monsters you can see in an arena-style setting. And we'll see who will come out as the champion. It's going to be a great time. Breakout Con is such a great fun event. I highly recommend you check them out. You can follow them also on Twitter at BreakoutCon, or on their website, breakoutcon.com. Go sign up. I'm going to be DMing games. Come DM a game with me. It's all on the schedule there. That's going to be a ton of fun. And the one thing I do want to shout out more is this luxury of riches of these amazing creative talents and minds that come to play on the diecast. And it's such a privilege, and it's such an honor to have these brilliant people that I figure let's share their experiences. They are some of the best streamers, the best illustrators, the best writers, the best actors, just the best people you want to get to know. So we're going to start doing some profiles on the Twitter account at Diecast Podcast. Go check it out. We're going to start off with Whitney this week, Daisy, our Ranger Lord, and you can see all the awesome stuff she's done. If you need someone to write a comic, or you need someone to illustrate for you, go check her out. Lots more links on Twitter. Whitney is an amazing and an incredibly D&D player, and just a brilliant person. She is one of the best. But if you want to learn more, go check out Twitter. And I think that is it for this week. We'll be back next Tuesday with another episode. Tell a loved one how you feel. Bundle up for the winter if you can. I love you all. Let's play more D&D, and let's have a ton of fun. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast, Tales from Trollskull, Episode 3, Volume 2, Into the Foryst Festyval we go. last encounter, we had Daisy, Mari, and Elspeth encounter some plague wraiths inside of Wendy's cottage, and you had some fighting. Some people got picked up, some people got thrown, some fears were had, some other special unknown effects were resisted, and you eventually discovered, or through Mari's keen thievery senses, her rogue tingles, that this actually wasn't a smashing of chaos and destruction. It was like a flipping of it over, looking for information, as you found pages of her tattered journal in a secret compartment under the table, where she talked about the fungal growth that has happened, that the forest is just the forest, and people should beware because it's neither evil nor benevolent, but it is a true neutral. And that it's definitely receding and not doing its job anymore, the thing it's supposed to be protecting. You also found her magical short sword. It seems that she left in quite the hurry. And you made your way out and decided to try and camp inside the cottage, and you discovered that the fungal infection that has been slowly crawling along the ground in Upper Cottage, you slept for a couple of hours maybe, and you discovered that it had invaded the cottage and was quickly spreading inside this orange and purple and red extraplanar fungus. So you did some mage hand shenanigans. You tried to figure out the source of it and you just couldn't get it, but your Ranger Lord Daisy suggested that just maybe sleep away from the invasive fungus. And so you made camp out in the middle of the Enchanted Forest and were woken up by Daisy's keen senses and the alarm sound as there was a shadowy figure stumbling around, grasping at the air. And you discovered it was one of the Foryst Festyval partygoers who was literally choking and blinded by a fungal infection that he got sprayed in the face by some spores. And due to some excellent medicine rolls, managed to successfully remove the fungal infection from his throat and his eyes and set him on the path to recovery not without first taking a small surcharge of the contents of his pockets as a quick reward. But you have Wendy's notes. You have the star charts to try and get to the chair. And I believe you said you're going to go at a hastened pace to try and get up there. So it is just at the cusp of dawn. Andol, who is now asleep and just recuperating as best he can from the fungal invasion, as we have Mari, Elspeth, and Daisy trying to find their way, making our way to the fireplace. So it is, again, up to y'all. Whoever wants to do the survival check, you are more than welcome to.
Well, and we left him with some food and a wee note with a wee drawn map how to get back.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Pinned it to his collar.
And I gave him my water because I don't want it back.
Yeah.
He's had down his throat. So I could give someone inspiration if they want to do it. Because I actually found out, DM, Bard can't give themselves inspiration.
Oh, boo.
I looked it up after and I was like, oh, that was just a rule of cool situation, I think.
I'm okay with it, but we can stick with it for the future. But I legit, for how long I've been doing 5e, I always thought bards could give themselves inspiration. So I
thought it was like clerics being able to bless themselves. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But it's not.
I can roll if you want. If one of you guys wants to try. Okay.
I think it would be best.
30-20. Hey, I rolled a 13. Okay. That's under 17.
You don't even need the inspiration.
Yeah.
I'll just take that back. Thanks.
You hang on to it.
You've all seen it before. Yeah. You've all seen it before. Daisy, when she finds her trail, she is a pathfinder, true and true, that once her eyes envision for the forest around her, she finds that one destination or that one path to go. And it's just like this big white furred furrowball, taller than most, just with the grace of like a peregrine falcon flying through trees, just disappears right in front of you, leaving only small traces behind you. And you're reasonably sure she's doing that on purpose so that her compatriots can follow. But there is a drive and a want and a will behind this ranger that she is hitting the gas. She's turning it to 11, and she is going full tilt through the Enchanted Forest with Elsbeth and Mari in full catch-up mode, where it is...
Well, I did want to say, or I want to try, maybe before we run off, I have a new spell called Long Strider.
Ooh.
Which I can cast on Mari, which will make her much faster and able to keep up with us.
Awesome. That is so cool.
My little legs are just...
You can move 10 extra feet per round.
Mari's legs, I believe Mari's speed as a halfling is 25 feet plus 10. She is 35 feet. So she's just got those little Looney Tune Roadrunner legs, like...
Yeah.
And
she's faster than me now.
She's faster than all of us. This is Mari just speeding ahead.
The halfling who's faster than everyone, but doesn't know where she's going yet.
Yes. Just constantly running circles around you to see.
But you do make your way. Making your way? That's twice. That's not healthy.
I can't help it.
But yeah, let's change some maps up. Let's bring in some new maps. Ba-ba. As you come across the stone arches in this forest area, if you want to drag your tokens on, you can drag them on anywhere you want. And Daisy, as you come, it's almost like
huge.
Oh no.
Every time you appear on the map, it's just like... So funny.
So as you've come in, Daisy, something makes you stop and ponder this moment. You're in an enchanted forest. You've seen some creepy stuff already, but there's something about this particular set of stone archers that just makes you stay back and take pause. You don't sense danger and you don't sense any threats, but there's something that's just holding, like some almost like someone reaching up and grabbing onto your soul as you're trying to run on by.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
What's the hold up?
Something's not right here.
That seemed like a bit of a funnel, doesn't it?
Right?
Know if I've anything. Mari, could you sneak on ahead and just see if there's anything up there?
I can do a little sneak. All right.
Yeah, give me a stealth check, please, Mari.
Maybe I will do a little.
17. Excellent. So yeah, you have free reign. Where do you want to go? You're reasonably sure that you are hidden from pretty much everybody.
Okay.
Oh God, where'd she go?
Yeah, as Elsbeth and Daisy turn around like, wait, what?
Should I go over by this like rock cropping over here?
Right through the middle there.
Is there any sneak up there?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything?
Give me your choice of either. There's going to give you a couple of choices, so whichever one you feel is the best one for Mari. Perception, investigation, nature, or medicine?
Perception.
Ooh. Absolutely. So as you get close, the 19 on that check, As you get closer and closer, there's something that stands out about these stone arches. One is that they're weathered. They look very smooth and rounded, and you see other rocks in the area and they appear to be not as weathered. And as you get closer, the texture just seems off to you. It seems very strange, and like it's solid and it feels like rock, but it's got pores in it. And that's when you click in that you've actually seen this before. This is fossilized bone.
Oh, wow. Hey, guys, I think we've got a large one over here.
I'm going to move up here.
And you also realize, Maria, that as you look at that rock fixture in between the two, that's actually partial of a skull buried in the ground.
Whoa.
Remember we found that skeleton before, that huge...
Is it as big as that, or is it bigger? Or?
This one's bigger than the one you've seen previously from the previous season.
Oh boy.
What are these things?
Is it the same kind of bones, or is it like different? Do pieces look the same, or?
It looks like it's from the same skeleton, that same structure. I'll say everyone can either give me a medicine or a nature check. 11 from Mari.
Not my greatest skill.
Ooh, but Elspeth. It's not so much the nature aspect of it, but it's the bone structure that this giant creature has fallen face down, and just the elements of the forest have come over it. And as you dig around in the dirt, you can see the spine of the neck connect the head to the shoulders, and the shoulders actually are connected to the arches, and that they're just giant wing bones that come off the arc, or that arc off the back.
DM, with that check, can I tell if this is fossilized because of a rapid decay, like sort of like the fungus does, or like we've seen the like slime, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Can I tell if this is millions, thousands of years of decay? Do you know what I mean? Can I tell the difference with that check?
Absolutely. Considering how the rest of the forest looks, and your bardic knowledge of fossilization takes literally millions of years, that there's no way that this forest would probably be about 100 times different a million years over. And this went way too fast for your own liking. Something unnatural definitely happened here.
Okay, thank you. Aye, so it's not like this is a recent fossilization, which doesn't go together.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, because it takes literally millions and millions. I had a big book of dinosaurs, kid, big book. And it takes millions of years for bone to become stone like this. And the trees that are around here are not even a tenth as old as it would take. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Either this creature was here before the forest, or something has caused it to decay and fossilize in this way, and I don't know what would do that. No, there's no fungus around, right, DM?
Give me a perception check.
Shit.
Ooh, 11. Oh,
25.
25.
Thank you very much.
A 19 and a 20 if you got the advantage on it.
Good Lord.
Elspeth, your keen half-elf eyes definitely see that there's no sign of fungus around, but you can also see from the perception that there are, as you dig away around the skull and around the wings, that there's heavy hue hack marks. Like this skeleton had a violent end to its life.
So maybe whatever struck it down it was some kind of magical weapon that caused it to decay and fossilize in this way or something like that. It didn't just collapse and become this. Like, that's what the fungus would have done, right? It would have it takes over a body, or it takes over something and decays it and then collapses it. But that's not this thing died fighting, or died certainly being attacked by something. Don't know if it's the faceless one that could do this. I mean, you remember the black footprints?
Oh, I remember that.
And I don't know, DM, with that perception, could I tell if it was a weapon or a tooth or claw?
Unfortunately, with that good well of a perception check, it's both.
Oh.
A lot of shit happened here.
Almost want to do. I wish our cleric here. Almost say a little. Here lies giant winged creature. Is it a dragon? Have any of you?
I mean,
have
that
you ever
was my
seen a
thought.
dragon?
Give me either everyone give me a nature check, but Daisy, give me a religion check.
I don't know what the hell this thing is.
Sorry. Oh, boom.
Dang.
Whoa, unexpected.
A natural 20 with a 0 in religion. Nice.
Dang.
I'm going to institute.
We're rolling well today.
Yeah, I want to use the D&D 1 rules where if you roll a natural 20, you get yourself inspiration there, Whitney.
Whoa,
Hey.
okay.
Oh, that's the new rules. That's right.
Yeah. Ones are always fails, 20s are always successes, regardless of what you do. And if you ever roll a natural 20 for any reason, you get yourself inspiration.
I love it.
Daisy, you think back and you're going through your list of natural creatures and going, nope, not that. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. And then it's one of those, like, it's outside your Rolodex. And so you start thinking about, okay, well, what else could this be? What else could this be? And then it clicks in: humanoid skull, giant wings, hack and hew marks. You're standing on the fossilized skeleton of an angel.
Oh my god.
They're real? Like an angel? Like a winged being. They're huge too?
I mean, I didn't realize just quite how big they would be.
They were like slightly large humans with big wings. I've read a lot about them though. Is it me? Oh, now I really feel like we need to say like a prayer or something.
Maybe sing a song. You,
I'm
not
a
me.
Lord
That's
Bard.
what you do. Oh, I've heard you sing songs. Okay, well, tell a story.
I do, but I just dabble. I don't. All right, and I pull out my lute, just real quick, just something small. Angel, oh angel, you've been laid to rest. I hope it wasn't painful. I wish you the best. Please stay asleep and watch over us now as we try to creep through the forest so swell.
Give me a performance checks with advantage, please.
Oh my god.
Yay.
Performance with advantage.
Oh!
28, baby.
Well, I had different tiers for what would happen, and you're well over the top end mark. That massive.
I have a plus 10 to performance.
Mari is your biggest fan. Oh my god.
Are you going on tour soon?
I'm more of a poet than I am like a musician, but I think that had a little tune to it. I liked it.
So it's about morningish, maybe about after. No, you've been traveling for a bit. Let's say it's noonish. It's midday, but you see a massive colossal figure appear off to the west, and this is a translucent humanoid with bronze skin, dressed with shimmering gold breastplate, big, massive, feathery wings, And then as you look at the skin and condition of the creature, you can see that it's got hew marks and scratch marks and bite marks, and it's also got decay on its face, and the wings look like they've been broken and are just kind of slightly wilted down a little bit. But it looks like he's trying to stand up. It has that little bit of the shakes in his core strength as he's trying to keep himself upright. As you hear this voice just boom out over the forest, and the first time he speaks, you actually see like the trees just kind of like radiate outwards, almost like Freddie Mercury at the Live Aid concert. You can see like the waves of sound coming out. And he says, "Thank you, young bard. You have helped put part of my soul at rest. I am the celestial guardian, Adropos. And you have done me a great service tonight, or today."
I drop to my knees and just bow my head and say it was my honor.
It was over 10,000...
Rest well.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just don't know what to say. I'm all agog. I don't know.
He says, 10,000 years ago, I was felled in this spot. And the first time in 10,000 years, I felt some semblance of rest. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
May I ask, what has been happening with the forest? I'm only limited to my knowledge. My soul is tied to this one area, and I'm unable to transition over to the one side or the other. I'm stuck here, but aware of all things around me.
The biggest thing has been this weird purpley orange fungus thing that seems to... It moves very quickly and takes over, especially any place that's moist. It grows even faster. It's even started attacking people within the forest in like spores and getting inside them and trying to kill them from the inside out. But it seems to rot everything it touches. We're really concerned that it's going to take over the whole forest. We're trying to find our way back so that we can get help and hopefully stop the spread.
You see him do the Obi-Wan puts his finger up to his chin and thinks for a moment. And he says, "Do you know the original purpose of the Enchanted Forest?"
No.
It was
bees.
Sorry, bees.
Bees?
It was designed as a containment system, a prison, if you will.
For who?
If I was to guess, I would have never guessed that in a million.
Me either.
At the heart of the forest lies the corpse of a demon prince. Dormu, the demon prince of plague. A great war was waged here 10,000 years ago. Angels and demons fought for control of the material plane. Many celestials were lost, and we were able to drive back the demons, but unfortunately, if we slay Dormu, he would simply go back to the abyss and plan a new assault on the material plane. So it was decided with the gods of nature and the gods of heavens that we unite and trap Dormu's body inside a tree at the heart of the forest. We thought it would last forever, but it sounds as though his plague fungus is spreading and infecting people, which is great concern, because it means he can spread his influence outside of the forest. I am bound here because of my wounds, but I can impart some knowledge and information upon you all. You must stop the plague from spreading. If Dormu is able to summon a herald back to the material plane, it is a harbinger of doom for this realm. It must be stopped at all costs.
if we stop the fungus, does that stop the Dormu's ability to escape?
I don't know about that. We thought that if we were able to contain Dormu in his tree prison, that his influence would stop, but like all diseases, with enough time, they can come back and grow stronger. I will say, you can tell followers of Dormu quite easily. They'll have golden eyes all about them and possess supernatural abilities.
Oh, so they are connected. That's good. That's good. Because I was going to say that there's a lot of weird things going on. Okay.
Is there a way to rid people of that affliction of the golden eyes?
There is, but you have to catch it early. It is easier
How
to treat.
early is early?
Oh, the first couple of early stages, but as it gets worse and worse and worse, the harder it is to cure. The influence, the plague spreads and takes root.
What's the cure?
Anyone with magical ability to cure disease, but past a certain point, it will require some sacred rituals to fully cleanse the soul. It is the most vilest of disease. It is a common cold of the soul, so it misses most detections.
Restoration. Thank you. Thank you for imparting this information on us. This was vital, and we're going to do everything within our power to stop this from happening.
I wish you good luck, and I hope you can contain it, because if Dormu and his herald are able to escape the Enchanted Forest, I do not know what we will be able to do to contain him. The cost was so great the first time.
Great one. We've come across other grave sites like this. Is there anything we can do to help others like yourself rest?
Honor them, respect them, and give thanks. For they are no longer dead, yet they are no longer alive. They're stuck in a purgatory in between. But they gladly have done so of service to keep this material plane safe from evil.
Thank you, Mr. Sir.
We honor and we thank you.
You see him put his hand to his chest and then bow slightly as he fades from the sight, and just a small breeze goes through the treetops.
Listen, I thought I was a Lord Bard, but maybe I've been a musician this entire time. And
I think maybe a change is in order, because that was incredible.
I think I'm religious now.
Right? That just connected so many dots for us. This is way bigger. A demon. Daisy.
Yeah.
Do you know where the heart of the forest is?
I mean, I can guess. I
have a
probably
question.
Get us there.
Based on the direction the fungus was going, was it coming from the heart of the forest, or was it going towards the heart of the forest? Because it's either coming from Dormu to try and destroy the forest to let him out, or it's traveling to him to destroy the tree that they are trapped in. Does that make sense? DM, is there a check I can do?
Absolutely. You get advantage on this check as well. It is going to be your true, tried, and favorite, a survival check, please, if you wish. Or nature, if you prefer that one.
All the marbles.
No. Survival is my bread and butter.
And you still have your inspiration, by the way, from...
Okay, well, that's an 11. But
it's a D8 for inspiration.
And that's a 9. Guys, I'm biffing it.
You still got a D8.
Okay.
Got the D8 from me.
Let's do it. Okay, so 11 plus 7 is not so bad.
18. Excellent. So you're having all these thoughts and all these emotions, all these dots are now connecting for you, Daisy. And when it's almost like you put your cup down on the counter and then you're like, oh, I'm going to have a drink of, what was I going to have a drink of again? And then just like the words of Elspeth just kind of resonate in the back of your head, like, oh, the fungus. And that's when you remember you actually answered this question in the previous episode, that fungus was reaching out from deeper in the forest. And it's definitely coming from what you know as the heart of the forest, and it is spreading out.
Okay, so spreading out. So now we have to get a fireplace, kill a demon prince, and then stop the Foryst Festyval, right?
I don't think we can't kill him. Yeah, that's our big list. But I don't think we could kill him. Like you said, if we kill him, it just sends him back to his plane to come back. We have to keep him trapped here. That's the purpose of the forest. But how do we stop the spread? We have to stop this fungus from spreading, because the more the forest dies, the less it's able to keep him trapped, I think.
That makes sense.
That tree that the knoll was under, that's not the heart of the forest, right? That's the only big gross tree I can think of. Was that
I don't think
we
so.
were?
No, you remember you had to go
Okay.
deep in, but that definitely was not the heart of the forest.
Okay. I didn't think it would be the same one, but I
like
wasn't.
the fireplace is deeper in than where the knoll hole was.
Okay. All right. Well, we have all this information. We've just got to survive until we get to the fireplace so we can bring it back to Trollskull Manor and rally the troops for sure. Yeah. Now that we have a name and a source and a location, I wish there was something we could do in the meantime.
You don't think we should go while we're out here?
To the heart of the forest?
Yeah.
Daisy, I love you, and I love the faith you have in all of us.
I mean, you already dispelled magic on a bunch of
that was my one for the day.
And we went to sleep.
We're going to need several sleeps for this one.
Listen, I'll follow you to anywhere you want to go. I trust you complicitly. But, I mean, this feels bigger than the three of us. And I don't know if there's any way that... I mean, I suppose it'd be two birds, one stone if we could stop the demon prince fungus from spreading. It would certainly keep more people safe while they're wandering the forest with their wee stamps on their hands. But I don't know. I just feel safer with more people knowing what's going on, because if we die here, this all dies with us. No one else knows about it. They know bits and pieces. Plus, all of the rumors about the Golden Eye people back in Trollskull.
We gotta spread the information faster than the fungus is spreading.
Right.
We gotta get... I don't know. We need beef. We need clerics. I don't know.
Right. That's the other thing. If we can get clerics restoring people who maybe have only just gotten their golden eyes, right? We could save more lives going back than we could trying to take this on ourselves. That's how I feel. In any. I know it feels like we've got to do the most biggest thing first, but
part of me feels like the fireplace will lead us to the heart of the forest.
It is farther in. So I think either way, that's the direction we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, that gave me goosebumps on my goosebumps for days. Did you see how giant that lad was? Holy.
That was the biggest thing I've ever seen.
As a DM, if you wish to try and go to the heart of the forest, there is absolutely a path for you to do so if you wish. If you also wish to go to the fireplace, you can also do that. Options are limitless for you.
I just figure if we're trying to stop it from infecting people... But I also see what you guys are saying too. So you let me know where you want me to take you, and I'll take you there. But I'm not. If you afraid of some mushrooms.
If you carry me, I'll go wherever you go.
Literally, she'll have to.
I'll have to.
Yeah. I just don't know if, do we even know what kills the fungus?
Is it fire?
None of us really have a lot of fire.
Can we find a fireball somewhere?
We're going to get a fireplace, right?
There it is. There's the connection. That's got to be it, right?
Do you think the fireplace could? Do we have to take it back to Trollskull before we can take it back out?
So you know, you know the way the fireplace works is that if you burn the star charts of the location you want to go, that's where it'll take you. And it's kind of got like the home default value of Trollskull Manor.
If only we had star charts to where Wendy was.
Daisy, give me a survival check.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be a good one, like a super, super high one.
Oh, let the computer decide. Nope.
That's still
17.
17.
It's high, but it's not.
It's close enough. It's you take out a stick and you begin to draw on the dirt. You don't have like the proper cartographer's tools with you, but you actually watch Daisy actually between the two stone fossilized wings actually draws out a fairly accurate, or at least to Daisy, a fairly accurate star chart to Elsbeth and Mari. She is putting a beautiful starscape into the ground. It's nothing you could burn. It's nothing you could transport, but Daisy, it's a pretty accurate representation of the stars that are over Wendy's cottage.
DM, I am a lore bard. I would have paper and pen on me at all time. Could I make a check to see if I could copy what Daisy's doing onto paper?
I'll say yes, but I'll say disadvantage because you specifically need cartographer's tours. But yes, you can absolutely try.
Okay. So what should the roll be then?
It's just like if the button's there, just doing it should be a skill or a tool proficiency check. Let me check.
Okay.
If not,
I only have disguise kit. I'm just more thinking because of my station. I mean, inventory.
Okay, I'll say it's going to be your proficiency plus your intelligence plus a d20. So it's a 0 plus a 3 plus a d20.
So I'll just roll a d20 and add.
Yeah. And at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Okay.
10.
Oh.
It's not bad.
So 13.
It's okay. Daisy, you look at it and like she's missing a couple of constellations. She's missing a couple of clusters. It's a real good first attempt for not having cartographer tools with you, but it's probably not going to be accurate enough for what the fireplace requires.
Okay.
Look, I don't want to get us off track. I forgot that we don't have to travel. I forgot that we could fast travel back to the manor. And I thought, well, if we're going to be trekking through the forest, we might as well be trekking in a helpful direction. But since we're not, then getting back and telling people makes more sense to me.
And maybe if you're able to do that with a cartographer's map when we get back to Trollskull, we could zap straight to Wendy and convince her and her sisters to help. If we had those three on our side against this, I think even that would be enough. But just the three of us. But if we can get back fast, then I think that's the priority.
All right. Well, to the fireplace then.
To the fireplace.
Excellent. Just my DM brain is going now. I just can't wait for the coven council between you and the sisters. Like, so you want me to help save the forest? I can't wait for that.
Just telling her that there's great big bones that she could find. Very large bones in the mix here.
Now you're talking my language. You're singing my song. It's a Broadway show and everybody's invited.
Elspeth's just making up bone poems in her head.
So to make your way to the fireplace, possibly for the last time in here for a bit, give me a survival check, Daisy.
Ew.
Bigger is better.
Go.
30-20.
Again.
Amazing.
I love that you roll so well when navigating this forest. Like, you are building your own legend.
It's my one skill.
It's the one we need.
You go flying through the rest of this forest. You now have a new drive, a new purpose. Even with Mari just like scampering out ahead of you, it seems that you've all just locked in, and you're looking up as evening begins to set and fall down. As the stars on your charts and the stars in the sky are very quickly starting to line up with you. You also notice that it's getting warmer. You've all got like that glisten of sweat. The humidity is starting to increase, and it's almost like there's no water around, but you're starting to get like that swamp-like vegetation decay smell as you begin to get closer and closer to your target. As you notice that the trees go from like oaks and maples and ashes to more mangrove and willows, that the branches all kind of hew over under their own weight, and they create more of a shade. And the forest floor, it's like usually like walking over like hollow cardboard boxes, now begins to have a definite like squish, like as you begin to trace deeper and deeper into the Enchanted Forest. And sure enough, about 120 feet away from you, it sticks out like a Thor's thumb in the shadowy little hollow of willow trees, is this weird little, almost like someone broke off a piece of a corner of a house, and there's just this fireplace and 2 stools, and you just see patches and patches of purple and orange fungus that just surround all around it. There's no actual set trail path, but you've got kind of like a Frogger situation going on here.
God.
So
Well,
if you wish, this is going to be a skill challenge to get people to successfully navigate this field of fungi.
Daisy, if you go first, could I toss Mari out?
Oh, yeah. Toss me.
Toss me. I can't guarantee that I would catch her, but
I don't
we
know
could
if
try.
I mean, Mari, you're more lithe on your feet, though.
Yeah.
I think.
I have acrobatics as well. Would that help?
Yeah, so essentially whatever skill you can think of to cross a big giant field of, actually, let me give you a representation. We got forest maps all over. Where's my latest forest map? Wendy's hut.
That just looks like a nice little clearing. That
Yeah. Pleasant.
we'll just skip our way through.
I will give a quick plug to Dungeon Alchemist, the map making program. It is fantastic. I love it so much. It created Wendy's Cottage and the Stone Angels and a couple of other ones that we didn't get to see. All right, so let's do...
Because we rolled so freaking high?
Yep. That's what happens when you stay on the good part of the Enchanted... Oops.
Yeah.
On the good part of the Enchanted Forest. Select. I'm going to put you all down here. And then do some quick freehand. Change a better color. And we'll say the fireplace. My mouse freestyles. And then do some extra large. Let's get some colors that should never go together.
For those listening, it looks like a toddler got a hold of Johnny's map and is just frantically scribbling.
Things I do not have is skills of a visual artist. Also, I'm hoping that this is red and orange, as I'm super colorblind.
I've got blue and red.
Blue and red, yeah.
What's this? What this is an orange on the right? Then there is it.
That's like a mustard.
That's like a grainy.
It looks. It looks orange to me.
My son and my dad are both colorblind, so I understand.
Okay, so rough squiggle estimate. It's essentially a giant field with small little patches that you can get through. So based on whatever skills you can come up with, what you think is going to be best for traversing this field, absolutely. Have at it. How do you? There's no initiative order. Just let me know who wants to go first.
Who has low dex?
Wait, I want to make a promise between the three of us right now. If someone doesn't make it, we can't bring this fungus back to Trollskull Manor.
Right.
Do you understand? So if even one of us gets to that fireplace and it doesn't look like one or two of us is going to make it, you just go. Promise me. Okay.
Yeah, I probably.
Are we all on the same page? Daisy, please. This is more important than any one of us.
I mean, we saved that other man from the fungus. I'm not going to try to save you. I'm not just going to leave anybody.
But we also can't bring this back into the heart of Trollskull Manor or that city, Waterdeep. It spreads like fire. Like, think about all the damp alleys and...
I didn't say I would bring it back. I just said that I'm going to at least attempt to save people first.
I like this too. I like the idea of being saved.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
I'm going to tap Elspeth and cast Protection from Poison.
All right, so that gives her resistance and advantage versus poison saves?
Correct.
Excellent.
I am going to give you both two. I'm going to burn two of my bardic animations. And that was a bit of my inspirational speech.
Perfect.
Oh.
We'll have to get through this. But I believe in us and I think we can do it. And but you both have a D8 to use on any ability check, save, attack roll, saving throw. And
beautiful.
All right.
Who wants to go first? And what skill do you wish to use in the skill challenge to successfully traverse the field of fungi?
I have an idea.
Fire it out.
DM, you'll have to let me know because, I mean, as we've already seen, my highest skill is my performance. And I was wondering if I could dance my way across. Just like I was taught back home and the dance halls late at night after loads of beers, if I could tiptoe through the tulips and if I could get across to that fireplace.
I love that. That sounds awesome.
I can't wait to watch this.
I'm going to limber up. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to point my toes and you know, just shake my whole body out and then I'm going to be like, just like back home, just like doing the fancy two-step. Here we go. Performance.
You danced so good, it like just disappeared.
A 27? Does that work, DM? Does that get me through?
Elspeth, you look at this field and you realize you've been a performer all your life. You've seen so many shows, you've taken so many dance lessons that your mentality, your psyche is these aren't spots in the grass. These are just footsteps in a choreo program.
Mm-hmm.
As you see Elspeth ballet leap forward, pirouette, spin, and then leaps like a gazelle to all these empty spots. Puts you.
And a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Point your toes, lift your legs.
We'll say you make it to this rock right up there.
Okay.
I will. One thing about my skill challenges, I will say you can't use the same skill twice in a row, just so you don't have to like. Other people can use performance if they feel like they wish to follow in her footsteps.
I got a -1 to performance. I don't think so.
But just
trips, falls, dies.
A bard possessed danced her way through the field of fungus.
I love it.
That was awesome.
I want that drawing next.
All right. It's not that hard. Follow me.
I'll try to go next. I have acrobatics, so I'll try to like jump and like backflip and like leap.
Absolutely. Give me an acrobatics check, please, Mari.
Pray for me.
You have a D8.
You have a D8.
Oh, I do have a D8. How do I do that again on here? Where's the dice?
I think it's
if you go on your left where there's it's almost like the Photoshop toolbar.
Yes.
Like a little toolbar. There's like a dice.
I see it. All right.
4 for a 16. That is enough. As you see, Mari, it doesn't have the same tempo of or flair that Elspeth has.
Not quite the grace.
But it has the same agility and the same athleticism. As you see her doing front flips, tumble rolls, and just parkours her way up to a tree and then pop, lands down next to Elspeth.
What can I say? I was inspired.
Literally. I'll give you inspiration for the pun.
We're having a good day.
All right, Daisy.
Can I use athletics?
Absolutely. Just power your way through this.
Yeah, just kind of like running my, fast Daisy style. Okay. Woo!
So we've seen grace, we've seen beauty. This is just sheer power of a Furlbog going, spitting on both of her palms, slapping it together, taking a few steps back. And then you just see this giant Furlbog go boom, boom, just long jumping, standing long jump, running long jump, and then boom, lands with Mari and Elspeth at the top of the rock. You have 3 successes, 0 failures. You have one more little bit of area to clear before you've made it to the fireplace. Actually, everyone give me a perception check as well. Or an Arcana if you feel that is better. Oh my goodness. Oh! Nothing below 20, 21, 27 with a natural. Daisy, Whitney, you get yourself an inspiration for rolling a natural 20.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, D&D Beyond, like I've played a few other campaigns as different characters. D&D Beyond does not care about them. D&D Beyond only cares about Daisy for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. I would say this is rigged, except I've played games in Roll20 that does not have rolls like this. Like, it is absolutely wild.
So you get a better look at this fireplace, and the one thing you can see is that there are patches that lead up to it that are clear in normal grass, but you also notice there's about a 5-foot diameter of a perfect circle around this fireplace. And you start to piece it, you all see it at the same time, you all start to realize, oh, maybe this fungus does not react well to magical items like this.
Is the sword that I have from Wendy's magical?
Yeah, it's +2 sword.
+2.
Oh gosh. Okay. Can I pull out the sword and just like see if it'll cut the way through the rest of it?
Absolutely. Give me a straight up attack roll. Unfortunately, no sneak attack damage against the fungus. It's not a creature. But higher is better, or bigger is better. Sorry.
Okay.
Straight up.
What attack do I do? Just the sword. There it is.
+2. 21.
I also have another inspiration. Do I need it?
I'd use it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm always a fan of, if you get inspiration, use it like it's all
right, we're inspired. We're slicing, we're dicing.
Perfect. So you see Mari pull out this short sword, and she begins to it's not even so much just slicing, it's just this magical property of the metal. As you try and slice it down, Mari, but you realize it's almost like putting like a light near it. As you see the fungus recede away from you, and you're just kind of like waving this path in front of you. And as you turn around, you actually notice that it does grow back in behind you super fast, but the magic from this sword is just keeping it away.
Oh, thank you, Lindy.
can I make an acrobatics check to sort of follow as quickly and as lithely as possible in the path that Mari's
Absolutely.
cutting?
Roll it up, Elspeth.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Do you have inspiration that you want to use?
Did I have an inspiration?
Oh, I meant for people that have inspiration dice that they can use as well.
Oh.
Because I saw 2 natural 20s get rolled.
Wait, what? Can I donate my inspiration?
You absolutely can give your inspiration.
Oh, I had no idea. Please go for it.
Okay, so I roll again then?
Yes, please.
Oh,
no.
come on. Well, that's it. That's our luck run out.
You have the poison spell on you.
I do.
Right.
So, good news, bad news situation right now. As Elspeth, you see Mari just begin to clear cut this fungus away as you're like, oh, this is my chance. As you sneak up, not sneak, but you follow her closely behind. And then you start to realize that maybe one of the reasons why the fungus wasn't there at the start is because Wendy is a magical creature by nature. And maybe that's why when she left, the fungus was finally able to kind of invade and intercede into her house. And as you have that thought and you get towards the fireplace, you see Mari's face just go pale as she's pointing back, as there's about 4 or 5 strands of fungus that's just attached to your Achilles. And you've got these long strands of these purpley, orangish, reddish mushrooms attached to you. As you see Mari come over and chop it off. Please give me a charisma save made with advantage. Oh, you're muted, I think.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, 20.
20.
I love the sword.
You feel not well for a couple of moments. You're like, oh, you breathed in something. Something's not good, but then there's something about just something inside the core of your soul where it just manages to fight off the infection, and you're okay for the next 24 hours.
All right. Are we at the fireplace?
You are at the fireplace standing next to Mari, but unfortunately the person with the star charts is Daisy on the far other side.
Oh no. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay.
I'm trying to see, do I have a magic item? No.
DM, previously I was able to use Mage Hand to sort of pull fungus out of the man that we saved. Could I use my Mage Hand to try and hold back some of the fungus to help, as even to give Daisy advantage or something like that? So it's like a help action?
Absolutely, yes. The range is 30 feet.
30 feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 25, 30. So, yeah, absolutely. Daisy can easily jump that or do whatever she needs to get within range of the Mage Hand. And it'll help a little bit to give you advantage on whatever skill check you wish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what skill check to do now because all the rest of them are not great.
What about just the survival?
Could I use survival?
It is literally a survival situation.
It's what you've used to navigate this whole forest.
Well, I mean, I've okay.
And you get advantage on roll. 18. Oh my goodness, Daisy.
Yes, you will.
Am I rolling again? No, it's not as good. We'll stick with 18.
Did you do a save?
No, she did a survival check.
Oh, okay.
So, Daisy, you see what Elspeth is doing for you as you see this magical essence. It's not the same effect as the short sword. It's having some type of effect as it's more of a distraction for the fungus reaching up at this hand that's just kind of hovering around. But you realize that it's for the fungus to move, it's got to create openings, and it's kind of like that nature's give and take. So you begin to see a new path open up, and again, your ranger senses just click in as you just long strider step the ranger lord herself, bap, 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 almost like dancing on lily pads, as you make it over to this fireplace. as you are now all safe and sound with a 5-foot radius of clear open grass around you. And you actually notice someone has taken the foresight and knowledge of a just-in-case situation where on the mantle of the fireplace, carved in, is the star chart for Trollskull Manor, in case you need to make a copy of where home is. But you already have one with you. So it's just really a simple matter of starting the fire and tossing in the star chart and waiting for the fireplace to do its magic.
Well done, everyone. That was a close call there for a minute. Big hugs.
Yeah, big hugs. We did it.
Who wants to light the flame?
I'll do it. I'm going to take one of my torches and just toss it in there.
It just needed the slightest bit of ignition, and the magic just takes over as you see this roaring fireplace go whoosh, and actually throws off a bit of heat. So it's getting a little uncomfortable in the humidity in this roaring fireplace off by your side.
Now I take the star chart for the heart of the forest and I put it in. No, I'm just kidding.
This is why I love you, Whitney. That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh. I was ready.
We're fixing it.
Just as a DM, if you want to do that, Daisy, Whitney, you are more than welcome to.
No, Whitney wants to do it, but Daisy would not do it.
So
before we go, I'm going to close my eyes real quick and think of the forest, and I'm going to try and send a message. I'm just going to think of Wendy and tell her that, we know what's happening with the fungus. We know about Dormu. We're going to get help and we're coming back. So tell us where to find you and we can fight this together. And then I'll, we can burn the flame and go.
Yeah.
We'll do one of these hand things with the sword. Maybe can she hear us?
Just before you feel the transportation magic click in your mind, Elspeth, you hear, "Oh, I'm with my sister Brew, the slime witch. Come find us in the swamp, the slimy parts of the swamp." And then you teleport out. Again, you feel that pressure change. The temperature around you changes as you hear the sounds and vibe of a tavern in full service for dinner time. As you see the decorative curtain is put up in front of you, in front of the area where the fireplace is. And as you open up, you are in Trollskull Manor and the dinner rush is in full service. The smell of sticky buns.
Izzy fully barfs on the floor.
Oh no!
From the transportation magic.
Well, I'm going to the bar to get some food.
You step over the puddle of puke. Just I'm hungry.
It happens. It happens. Teleportation disorientation is a common thing.
They should really keep a bucket here.
I was about to say, you actually see just a bucket and a mop begin to float over and just dips in and begins to clean up.
Perfect.
But it is full on. There is not ne'er a table to be found. It is full on dinner rush service. It is a busy place at Trollskull Manor. It is doing quite well.
I'll just go eat in my room if I have to.
Well, should we find... who should we talk to first? I feel like we need to call a council, we need to get a meeting together.
We should either tell Marley or the fire genasi that the fireplace is back.
Yeah.
And then maybe they could... What?
Do we trust Ignis? Do we trust him?
Is there a reason not to?
He was in charge of the place that was we rescued a bunch of owlbears from them, and I don't know, he seems very powerful and aloof and very, but I don't know if he's trustworthy. We still don't know who's I- I- irresponsible for the Foryst Festival malarkey. And I don't know if he's trustworthy. We still don't know who's irresponsible for the Foryst Festival malarkey. And I don't know if he's trustworthy. We still don't know who's irresponsible for the Foryst Festival malarkey. And I don't know if he's trustworthy. We still don't know who's irresponsible for the Foryst Festival malarkey.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. I want to bring trusted people into this first, and then if they trust people, you know?
Sure.
So, Marley first.
I like that.
You head over to the lounge area, the bar and drinks area, and you can see Marley done up to the nines once more. She's in her summer attire, where it looks very much like she's got this long gown on, where it's very much like a lake cottage type of situation, where like her bottoms or the bottom of the gown is kind of like this lake shore as it just kind of rises up into this big orange and yellow and purple and pink, and then finally black. And her hair is done in like this big starlit sky of kind of like this sunset going up her body, as she's got a clear, it's a martini glass, but it's got like a pinkish sparkle swirl to it. And she's actually talking to Ignan, who is in this immaculate three-pieced red suit with just like golden stripes that just kind of like also almost like someone breathing on coals, that every time he breathes, it just kind of lights up a little bit. And it looks like they're done up for a party, as they seem to be talking and just enjoying each other's company in a rather packed bar area.
Feel very underdressed all of a sudden.
It's like, oh my
Like, still got a bit of dried fungus stuck to my leg, and like.
You see Marley turn around, like, oh my darlings, you have made it back. I assume the fireplace is in its proper position.
Fireplace is returned. The Enchanted Forest is not in a good state, and we should probably have a conversation about that very soon.
Oh,
You know who Chad's boss is?
Chad's boss. I know very many Chads. I was married to 3 Chads at once for a couple of years.
Oh.
All at the same time.
Oh, I figure so many different names. It's just easy to remember the same name all 3 times over.
I don't know.
Fabulous.
But let me
Do you
tell you.
know who's responsible for the Foryst Festyval setup?
Yes, they just filed a business license not too long ago, and that the city of Waterdeep approved it. It's. I can give you the address. It's actually not that far from here. It's in one of the swankier estates in the northern ward. It's quite a rich person's entrepreneurship. You know, I've never been a big fan of festivals. I spent 5 years of my life in a festival just going around all willy-nilly, and I thought it was fun, but I was just drunk most of the time.
Cheers.
The life.
I don't think the people going to this Foryst Festival are having as much fun as that.
Oh, it was not fun, my darling. It was more of an experience of one of regret and remorse, and thankfully for the immortal beings like myself, it's only half a decade. You don't even got to worry about it.
Okay.
If you look over, Ignan is making eye contact with Elspeth, and he just has like that half wry smile, and he says,
I am trying not to pay attention to that because I need to stay focused right now. Marley, perhaps sometime very soon we could set up a meeting with the more influential members of Trollskull Manor. We have something important to discuss about things that are happening in the Enchanted Forest. We are probably going to both just and visit that business person, the address, and then when we come back, maybe we can have a meeting. Would that be possible?
"Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll send out the call and the creed right away and see who responds."
It is quite a dire matter of importance. That's really not appropriate to be talking about in front of mixed company in the middle of a very busy bar. So we're going to pop off then and see a businessman about a venture, and then we'll check back in with you. Yeah, but the fireplace is back, all fandabby dozy, good to go.
You see,
are we getting paid?
You see Ignan stand up and he puts the pouch with the 5,000 gold. I believe I said it was 5,000 gold on the counter. And he turns to you, Elspeth, and he bows deeply, and he smells exactly like s'more, like a slightly burnt marshmallow on a campfire. As he reaches up for your hand, he says, "You have no idea the service you have done to me tonight. For you and your compatriots have freed me of a massive, massive, massive debt." And he just lightly kisses your hand. He says, "I would very much like to reward you and thank you by taking you and your friends to dinner next week, perhaps."
Dinner? Yes.
Oh, well, we're certainly you're welcome, and dinner would be lovely.
All right. 7 days from now, I'll send a carriage for you.
7 days. Should we be dressed in an appropriate way? Is there a black tie? I don't know.
You see him raise an eyebrow as he looks up at you and says, "Swanky. Dress swanky." As you see him drop an emberstone to the ground and then disappears in a cloud of lava and charcoal smoke.
My God, he smelled like toasted marshmallows. Did you? I don't trust that man as far as I can throw him, but I'd let him buy me dinner any day. All right, focus.
I'll see what the big deal is.
Daisy, he's hot.
You say, my dear, if you're going to get yourself involved with a fire genasi, do it during the winter time. They make the greatest snugglers and keep your feet warm."
Elspeth just blushes right through her freckles. Just absolutely.
On the
no
flip side,
answer.
a water genasi during the summertime cools you right down during the summer nights. It's so lovely.
Keep that in mind. Thank you very much. We'll be back shortly.
Mari's furiously writing notes, like, okay, yes.
All name
And that just puts Earth Genasi question mark.
Genasi for all seasons.
There's a one shot in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Should we head over?
Yeah.
Are you going to head over to the address that was given to you for?
Mm-hmm.
You head over to the Northern Ward.
Isn't it weird that nobody can give us a name?
It's
Like,
very
not even
strange.
Marley?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
All right.
You do head over. You get the address, and for you, Elspeth, it's very close to a familiar estate house that you've been to before, where you liberated some owl bears from.
Where I first met Ignis.
Exactly the same. It's about 4 or 5 doors down from there.
This is a fancy.
It does have the Forest Fire logo on the front. It is very clearly a new sign placard that has been hooked up to the front, and there is like a signal bell to signify that there are people at the front door.
Ding dong, motherfucker.
How did you know that was the exact sound it made?
Elspeth quickly mage hands the forest fire sign and flips it over on the door.
Yeah.
It is poorly made. It actually, the hook kind of comes off and just falls down and crack, hits the ground and just kind of splinters off a bit.
Elspeth looks at Daisy and goes, "Oops."
Got yourself a broken tail out here.
Real shame.
You see, as soon as the bell rings, the door opens immediately, and you see little pods of light on the pathway light up towards the house, like just leading you right up to the front door.
All right.
I'm charging ahead.
Yeah, Daisy's got a few words.
You see, it comes up to it's a big red oak double wood door, very fancy. A lot of money has been put into this oak door. As you see, it opens up, and there's this big, a massive foyer white marble or white stone floor, 2 descending staircases that come down, floating chandelier that's actually not physically hooked up to anything, it just magically floats there, like kind of like candles that just kind of float around. They all slowly rotate around, giving like a nice glowy white effect. And below it is a figure, humanoid in shape. It's got like a gray sparkle metal to it. There's no identifying features to it. It's got a perfectly smooth, round head, no facial features except for 2 blue eyes, as it's just kind of standing there, arms cocked, and it just says, "Hello and welcome to the Fire Festival Incorporated. How may I help you?"
What the fuck?
Festival.
Hello.
Hi. Yes, I believe your festival is using my image without my permission, and I would like to speak with somebody about this.
Incorrect. We are merely using your likeness or name to represent success navigating the forest. At no point does Fire Festival claim that we involve the Ranger Lord, merely that the Ranger Lord has simply navigated the forest successfully.
Okay, well, I'm the Ranger Lord, and I would like to not be associated with this.
Did we incorrectly title you? Our apologies. Have you not successfully navigated the Enchanted Forest numerous times without harm?
I have, yes. But all of your little people here have not, and they're going to get hurt.
Okay.
And it will be
We would
because of me.
We
Also,
would like to.
who are you?
Oh, apologies, please. My name is Automaton Benefiting Evil. You may call me Abe.
Cool.
Oh, that's very
I'm
blatant.
I mean, he's not hiding it.
Oh, I have an idea. This is like one of those automated things. We would like to speak to someone regarding health and safety. Who is your health and safety officer, please?
That would be the head of the company, CEO, Evil Al.
The head of your company is called Evil Al.
Correct.
Is Evil Al related to Magic Al?
Correct. They are twin brothers.
Both named Al.
Has an evil twin brother. Can you imagine having a child? You have 2 children, they're born at the exact same time, and you name one of them Magic and one of them Evil? That's a bit prolific.
I'd imagine that sometimes you just know.
I suppose that's true. How may we speak with this Evil Al, please?
Inquiry. Unfortunately, Evil Al was aware of your coming and has already fled the premises. I'm merely a diversion and delaying action for you all.
What?
Get out of the way.
Inquiry. No, I cannot. I must delay you.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick his pockets.
He actually doesn't have any pockets.
Fuck!
I'm going to cast sleep.
Give me an Arcana check real quick first, Elspeth.
Check. Sing. Sleep. Rolled a 2.
Whoop. You cast a spell as you see the magical dust go swirling around his head. He says, Inquiry. Are you trying to magically put me to sleep?
Aye.
No.
As an automaton,
Time for...
I do not require sleep or any types of rest that biologicals require. Your efforts are fruitless.
Well, can you tell Evil Owl to, can you leave him a message and tell him to get in touch with me?
I can. Where would you like to meet?
Here.
Would he actually
Now.
meet us?
Immediately.
To determine the
You know what?
intentions.
Tell him to meet me at the Bees, okay? At Trollskull Manor.
The bees at Trollskull. What time would you wish?
What time is good for him?
You see him kind of like click his head up. He says, how about a week from now, around dinner time?
No, I'm
You're
chaperoning a
already
date.
engaged.
Unfortunately, I believe that's the only appropriate time Al has open for him within the next month.
This is ridiculous.
That's fine. Let him show up to the bees a week from now
supposed to delay
at night. That's okay. Set the date.
All right. Schedule set. Again, intentions of Al are unknown to me. Trying to predict the behavior of a biological would be almost impossible. I can set the date, but I do not know if he'll show up or not. Again, this is also part of my delay tactics.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's any other entrance or exit, or somebody might be trying to sneak around the back or something like that?
Absolutely.
Shit.
Yeah, can I like sneak somewhere and look?
21.
So there's many doors and many different hallways for this front grand foyer area. As far as you can tell, there's no one around, and 21's a very good spot check. You get the feeling, and there's no sounds of anyone else occupying the estate, and that it's possibly true that what Abe is saying is that he's simply providing ample distraction and time delay for Al to have left the premises.
As in he's already left, or as in he's trying to leave current?
Are you asking that to Abe or asking as a player to?
Good question. I mean, Elspeth is trying to figure out if he's already left or if he's currently trying to leave. Mm-hmm. If this is the only entrance and exit, then it's possible that he hasn't left yet.
You see,
is there anything with that perception that I can hear rummaging around, fast packing, something like that?
You
from
can confirm
beyond the door.
It's with that perception. It sounds quiet, eerily quiet. No sounds of wood creaking. No sounds of bags or drawers or anything being packed in a hurry. It's very quiet.
I think he's already on.
Correct. He has left 5 minutes ago and is in his safe place now.
Tell him to be at the bees a week from today at dinner time.
Query, where's his safe space?
You do not meet the proper authorization for me to share that information. It would be most unhelpful to Evil Al.
What would make us achieve the requirements?
You seem kind of
query
head with that kind of like that Iron Man armor moving thing. He says, proper position in Foryst Festyval incorporations would allow it. Permissions from Evil Al would also allow it.
But we've got the Ranger Lord with us. Doesn't that kind of like...
And representatives from his brother, Magic Al.
As previously stated, the Ranger Lord is not an employee of Foryst Festyval Incorporated, ergo has no position of power inside the company.
Elspeth, I feel like I heard a story once when I was younger about these sort of automatons, and that you could ask them a question that's like a paradox and break their brains.
Like
what?
I welcome the challenge. Okay. I can answer almost any question in the material plane. My intellect is much superior to all of yours.
If Evil Al always lies, and you always tell the truth, and I asked Evil Al where his safe space was, what would you say his answer was if you had to always tell the truth? Elspeth thinks she's doing something.
Processing.
That sounds right.
You see its head with a tilt. Left and right. Processing. Shoot.
Mari, this would be a good time to sneak around the back.
I rolled a sneak.
All right. 14 sneak. Yeah, you have, for anyone who has a passive perception lower than 14, you slip away into the shadows a little bit. As you see Abe begins to twitch back and forth, you see a little spark go, psh, 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 and his eyes just kind of blink and flutter and pew, shut down.
Oh my god, it worked. Bingo. I think we go in and poke around. Either he's here or he's not, but we'll find something in there.
I agree.
Great.
All
we
right.
go.
You have a big estate in front of you. We have some plans to do. It is now 9:30, and that is the time for this week. So that's where we're going to leave it. But congratulations, everybody, for successfully navigating the Enchanted Forest, getting some lore dump, and discovering who is actually organizing the Foryst Festival.
Evil Al. I can't believe it.
I'm so happy with that NPC.